My name is Ryan Jackson. I'm Metro Texas' #1 provider of affordable housing. I'm Metro Texas' #1 trap house buyer. And today I'm going to talk to you about choosing a title company to run your real estate business through. Once again, click like, click share, click subscribe. Thank you very much. The rent is due. All right, so let's talk about title companies. There's many title companies that you can go through. I recommend that you find one that's investor friendly. The one that I use, it's on my hat, is Kane Title. My escrow officer of choice, of course, is my wife, Hannah Jackson. When you're looking for a title company, you got to look for somebody that you can work with. Communication, of course, is key. You got to communicate. She's got to communicate, or he's got to communicate. You got to have good communication. Most of those people, they like communication from email. If you're like me, you like phone calls, you might want to wife her up because they don't really like that. But when you're talking to title companies about transactions, you got to have a team that's going to perform. Sometimes there's pre-foreclosures, there's deadlines. You got to let them know this stuff. I mean, if you know there's a foreclosure pending, they don't automatically know that. So you might want to put that in the subject line. Hey, this is a foreclosure. You might want to get it closed fast. You might want to put a rush on it. When you put rushes on stuff, it causes more expenses. So you need to make sure you're going to close this transaction before you go out here and just open up a bunch of files that cost them a bunch of money and stuff. And then the next thing you know, you got a bad relationship with them. But when you're looking for a title company, you need to ask them, are they investor friendly? You need to ask them if they're wholesale friendly. I've heard some title horror stories where like, hey, we won't do an assignment fee over X amount of dollars. Like what? Now you're counting my chips? So some of those investor friendly title companies that say they're investor friendly aren't necessarily investor friendly. So if you got a title company that will cap your assignment fee, that's not somebody I would want to do business with. We got no cap over where I'm at. Like that's not a problem. You know, interview them, talk to them like, hey, how many assignment of contracts do you do? Do you do a bunch of it? Are you familiar with it? You know what? This is already going to be a wrap because we're done. You need to be working with someone that's friendly, answers the phone, and knows the business most importantly. Go out and interview a couple folks. Go out there and talk to some of your network and say, hey, who do you guys use? Those are the things that you're going to want to do. Like there's a lot of fee offices out there. They think they're investor friendly when they're just a fee office. My final reminder here is if they're super conservative, you ain't got time for that. Because if they're super conservative about title work, this is not somebody you want to do. I'm telling you, you're dealing with a lot of trap files. You're dealing with dead people. You're dealing with a lot of airships. You're dealing with a lot of messy paperwork. And a good title company is going to teach you the things that you need to get for these files to close. And most importantly, they're not a transaction coordinator. Like if you think your title company is your transaction coordinator, you got a problem. You go hire one if you don't want to learn the process. Not everybody has that luxury, so you might want to consider getting one. But anyways, my name is Ryan Jackson. I'm Metro Texas' #1 provider of affordable housing. I'm Metro Texas' #1 trap house buyer, and I'm going to get your money into my office. We're going to do some deals. Reach out to me, send me a DM. Also, you can find me up on social medias, all the platforms, but under hashtag #IBuyTrapHouses. Click like, click share, click subscribe. I'll see you at the top.